I get that people don't see big arrests flooding our TV screens, but it looks like the low-hanging fruit is naturally falling first. Arlasa Davis is a 56-year-old woman from Gardner, New York. She was a former employee of the United States Department of Agriculture, specifically working in a division tasked with identifying fraud in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, commonly known as food stamps. In May, Davis was indicted along with 5 co-conspirators in a large-scale fraud and bribery scheme that exploited the SNAP system. Are you believing this? The fox that was watching the henhouse stole from it. Is this surprising anyone? Davis used her personal cell phone to photograph handwritten lists containing hundreds of electronic benefits transfer license numbers for legitimate qualifying stores. She then sent these lists to an intermediary who sold them to the other conspirators. The buyers used the stolen license numbers to fraudulently obtain EBT terminals for unauthorized stores, enabling them to process the bogus SNAP transactions. The result was approximately $36 million in fraudulent SNAP redemptions at those unauthorized locations, with the overall scheme generating over $66.6 million in unauthorized transactions. Got that? The fraud investigator was creating the fraud by stealing access codes and selling them to unapproved vendors who submitted fraudulent redemption claims. In return, Davis received significant bribes from her co-conspirators, which were disguised in communications as birthday gifts, flowers, or other innocuous terms. The case was investigated by the USDA Office of the Inspector General and the FBI's New York field office, and prosecuted by assistant United States attorneys in the Southern District of New York. Davis pleaded guilty earlier in 2025, and on Christmas Eve, she was sentenced in federal court to 2 years in prison, followed by 2 years of supervised release. Could the Southern District of New York finally be cleaned up after the firing of the Comey clan? Davis was also ordered to forfeit $48,470, likely representing bribe proceeds, and pay $36 million in restitution. While she faced up to 75 years in prison based on the charges, her sentence was significantly lighter, possibly due to her plea deal or other factors. I'm sure that she assisted in exposing those below her that were doing the fraudulent billing. So the fraud continues, and day by day, we learn why we pay so much money. Because there's more fraud than legitimate needs.